As a creative person, I strive to write the stories that scare me. I push myself to shine the light on things that are hard for me to talk about, because I believe those are the things that people will genuinely relate to. And I think in a strange way, deep down, we all want to feel like we aren't the only ones suffering. And of course, we should never capitalize on our pain, but rather transform it into art that others can feel understood by. And that was my hope on this latest project, to create a film that captures what I believe is one of my biggest problems, my fear of people. My name is Steele, and I write, direct, produce, and sometimes star in my own films, and I wanted to make a video diving into the inspiration behind my latest project, People, as well as sharing some behind the scenes.
Right there.
Okay guys, so for this shot we are going to be super tight. I'm going to have you guys scoop. This time let's try like a different movement. I want you guys like kind of looking at each other, and what I think might be interesting is when the light hits you, think how a bug would react or something to the light. Like you're looking down and then you see the light and you kind of look at
deer in the headlight look.
Yeah.
You want to give him a count?
But that was amazing. Like this looks so creepy. That's good.
Yeah, I like
the dude on the end right here. The film is set in the 1930s and follows three Appalachian women, Mary, Margaret, and their mother, who live in isolation from the outside world until they are visited by a mysterious cult. The story on its own is very simple, but it was also metaphorical for my own fears in real life. Stepping into production, for me personally, there was this interesting contradiction. Making a film about social anxiety and the fear of being perceived, yet it was up to me to direct and act in front of over 40 people. And funny enough, the collaboration part of filmmaking is what I am the most in love with. The story delves into the isolating weight of social fear, yet the process of filmmaking demands constant collaboration and leadership. Balancing that dynamic internally while also trying to keep the experience positive and loving for everyone around me was at times challenging, but there was also something so cathartic about sharing a piece of my soul with everyone. It almost felt like I was confronting the very subject that I was exploring. There were so many moments during pre-production where I was having to really step outside of my comfort zone, reaching out to a lot of people, getting people on the phone, and I already work a full-time job, and so at the end of the day it was really difficult to keep the momentum, keep the motivation, and there were a lot of moments where I really just wanted to throw in the towel or delay production at the least, but I had so many talented people jump on board for this thing that I knew there was no going back. We shot the film in 2.5 days, each one a little more challenging than the last. It's exhilarating to push yourself to the limit creatively, to have so many moving parts, all working towards the same goal. I felt like I was leading this ship of people, and any independent filmmaker understands that there is a unique kind of exhaustion that comes with making a film. It's mental, physical, financial exhaustion, but it just feels so worth it in the end. We made this thing from scratch. I mean, so many moments I just felt so unqualified to lead people that were so much more experienced and talented than me. Part of what made it worth it to me was to have people come up to me and tell me, hey, I relate to the message in your story. I had conversations with people that know exactly what I mean when I talk about despising but also needing social media, how I crave and love human connections, but I also fear them. And what inspires me endlessly when it comes to filmmaking is the thought that I could even make one person feel understood by something I create. My mother played the mother in this film. My close friend Laura plays my sister. The people in the crew I have worked with and known for years. The extras were all such positive and beautiful people, so I really just felt like I was surrounded by family. There were so many moments I looked around on set and just felt emotional, like actual tears came to my eyes because this small idea that I had turned into something that so many people grew to love, and they used it as an opportunity to showcase their talent.
3, 2, 1, action.
This is why filmmaking has got to be one of the best art mediums, because it's bigger than yourself. The community, the connections, the laughs, the encouragement, relationships, the memories, that is the art form. I mean, sure, it's great if the film turns out well, but what does it all mean in the end if you didn't enjoy the process? I made a film about social anxiety, but I was surrounded by some of the best people in the world. I felt like I wore every single hat on this project, but at the same time, I had such brilliant people around me. I felt like I could have sat back and done nothing, and the film still would have been done. As a film director, I believe your film set is an extension of yourself. Your energy radiates and creates a domino effect throughout the whole set, and it is your responsibility to create a loving and joyful atmosphere. And that's all I could ever hope for people to look back and smile because they had a good time. I took a bold step, creating a story about one of my biggest fears, and by doing so, I came that much closer to overcoming it. As physically and mentally taxing as this was, it was a beautiful experience making this film. It was liberating, scary, exhausting, exciting, and so worth it.
That can expand into many things.
With each project you learn so much, but you also realize how much you don't know, and I like that. I like that filmmaking and art is something that I can explore forever. If you are a part of this film, thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, truly, thank you for being a part. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. And please consider subscribing to my channel to follow along the rest of my filmmaking journey. And take care, my friends. Bye.